Good morning and welcome to Unity of Modesto. We're so delighted that you're here with us this morning. And we're going to start off with music, as always. And today's first song is I Start My Day. And there are the words. Because Armando's awesome. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. Thank you. And we have a guest today. Lynn Padlow is taking Marilyn's place because she had a party this afternoon. So welcome, Lynn. We're so delighted to have you. And next we're singing A Beautiful Child of God. I'm a beautiful child of God, a wondrous spirit of love and peace. My light will shine forever. I'm a beautiful child of God. You're a beautiful child of God. You're a wondrous spirit of love and peace. Our light will shine forever. You're a beautiful child of God. We are beautiful children of God. We are wondrous spirits of love and peace. Our light will shine forever. We are beautiful children of God. We are beautiful children of God. And next is Wherever I Am. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. No visitors this morning? Okay, I want everybody to run out in the street, grab somebody, and bring in a visitor, Well, it's a thought. This morning, we're going to sing the Lord's Prayer, and it's going to be the one out of the hymn, and it's number 70. Oh, I remembered right.
So if the words are easier for you to see on a page instead of up there, you're free to use the hymnal and turn to page 70. Our Heavenly Father, who in love abideth, we worship Thee, we praise Thy holy name. Teach us Thy children evermore to love Thee. Thy will be done in earth as heaven today. Teach us Thy children evermore to love Thee. Thy will be done in earth as heaven today. Oh, give us grace to meet the coming morrow. Forgive our debts as others we forgive. Thou leavest not Thy children in temptation, and from all evil Thou deliverest us. Thine is the kingdom, Thine the power and glory, world without end, forevermore. Amen. Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, good morning, and we don't have any visitors. I just can't, I'm stunned, because this is such a great place, and you're all such wonderful people. Well, let's just think magnets, and we're just attracting all these new people, and we filled the place. Thank you. You're all regulars, and you're wonderful, and you're each going to bring 29 new people next week, okay? We can think about it. We're having another potluck today, so I hope you brought your appetite and plan on staying and have a bite to eat. And whoever's going to be helping out with the kitchen, I put my macaroni salad up on the top shelf of the fridge. You can grab it. I'll probably be a little bit later getting over there. Tomorrow evening is another Zen meditation class, and it's probably getting close to the end, but you can come in at any time. And it's from 6 to 8. Bring a pillow if you want to sit on the floor. If not, you can sit on a chair. That's quite welcome. It's a free class, and it's done on a love offering basis. Love offerings are always acceptable. We never turn away our good, whether it's individually or as a church. And we recycle here, and just want to remind you that we focus on the aluminum cans and drink bottles, beverage bottles, water, soda pop, so on and so on, without the caps. And you can bring in a little bag and set it by the door outside, and we're going to recycle that. Another thing we do is that we're registered or signed up with Amazon, Smile Amazon. So when you think, oh, I just have to sit down and order that Emmett Fox book. I'm all set up so that it says, when I go to Amazon, it's Smile Amazon, and I order something, I don't pay any more for it, but there's a little kickback to the church. Very painless way to add to our income. Now, if you're missing out on emails or any information, you can stop by the office. Jackie is usually here 10:30 to 12:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you can pass on information, or you could drop off a prayer request or a suggestion or a donation to the food pantry. All sorts of possibilities on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And now we're going to have our daily word. The word today is protected, and the affirmation is, through my oneness with God, I feel protected. Sometimes I may feel at the mercy of a changing, tumultuous world. Watch the 6 o'clock news. That I cannot control. This is never true, even though the chaos of the world may swirl around me. At the center of my being is a place of perfect peace and calm. Whenever I'm in need of a safe refuge, I turn to God within to reach this place of tranquility and reclaim my feeling of security and protection. The sun always rises after the longest, darkest night. I remind myself of this truth, and I feel grateful as I allow the light of spiritual understanding to release and reclaim whatever power I may have unwittingly given to a fear-based thought. Fully in tune with the divine presence within me, I move safely and confidently through every challenging circumstance. And from 1 John 4:4, the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. And aren't we thankful for that? We have in the back of the room our prayer box. We also have the ability to request prayers by email or write a letter for those of you that still know how to write, or text. We do modern things too. We do all sorts of things. And we will take in all of your requests, whether it's for an individual or whether it's for a situation. And our prayer team prays over it for a month, and then they're sent on to Silent Unity for another month. Prayers are very, very, very effective. And sometimes you have to almost experience it yourself. And you have to remind yourself of the steps we go through with prayer, of acknowledging that power and surrendering to it and letting go. And remember to hold in mind the end goal. And then to feel gratitude. Put yourself through those little steps the way we do in prayer, and then, oh my goodness, that prayer worked. And you need to do that more than once, and then pay attention and write it down if you have to. Okay? It works. So let's join together in our collective consciousness right now and know that there are requests in our prayer box. There are people and situations in our minds, in the minds and experiences of other people in the congregation who may not be here today. And we're going to acknowledge that all of those situations and people are being taken into account, into our hearts, into our souls, and we are acknowledging that there is that one presence that knows everything and is powerful and is everywhere present and has right now, because we have stated this, the end product, the healing is done. those wildfires are out, gone, snuffed, and everyone who's worked on them is now rested and recuperated. Whoever is at war physically or internally is now at peace. Peace has filled the hearts of all mankind, and it's manifesting right now peace outwardly in the world. And we hold to those beautiful end visions of it's done, it's healed, it's peaceful. We declare it to be wonderful. And when we see that end, we're so filled with gratitude and joy. We want to just jump up and down and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So glad we've reached that point. And that's where we keep our mind, so that physically we continually move toward that end goal. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. And we have an affirmation. August, let's say together, I am a joyful expression of God. What a good one to start our mornings with. You know, before our feet hit the floor. Yay, I'm a joyful expression of God. I don't know about the rest of you, but my feet hit the floor and I roll over, say hello to the dog, and then I get down on the floor and do some little exercises. So instead of moaning and groaning, I can sit there and go, oh, I'm a joyful expression of God. Okay, don't think about it. Okay, now we have some meditation music.
I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God. I'll go inside to find my God.
Now let's relax. Sit comfortably and let the chair totally support you. Feet flat on the floor. And let go. Leave that world outside, as we just heard. Leave it outside the church. Leave it outside your mind. And go within to that wonderful sanctuary within. In this inner sanctuary, we are safe. We can relax and feel safe. We are protected. We feel our connection with God, with Spirit, with that Christ consciousness. And as we feel protected, we feel safe enough to think of what we need to be doing in life to take care of ourselves and each other. We feel safe enough to try something new. We feel safe enough to love ourselves. We feel safe enough to express ourselves in this world. Through this protection and safety, we have a healed heart and soul. We have a strong base, a platform on which we may stand and live strongly, in joy, and fearlessly love the world. We surrender anything negative and embrace that safety. And we feel this right now. And we know that this is a place where we can turn at any time when we need guidance, encouragement, or support. And we're so grateful. Thank you for our safety. And now we bring ourselves here to this place, to consciousness. This month, our healing focus is on the heart. And when I contemplated healing the heart, I thought of phrases such as feeling brokenhearted, how a loss or an experience of sadness leaves us feeling almost as if our physical heart has been hurt, and then how we might look at healing our heart. In order to live a life of service and love, giving to others, we want to be giving from a healthy, strong heart and soul of our own. Our foundation for giving and living is to have a strong base and a platform of a stable heart from which to give. So this morning, I'd like us to look at 3 ideas we can use to build a healthy, strong, solid heart within ourselves, from which we give to and understand other people's hearts and life's challenges. The first idea is to give up our personal history. A good visualization to use with this is that of a speedboat zooming across the surface of a lake or a reservoir, and there's a white churning froth behind it, the wake of the boat. The wake is nothing more than the trail that's left behind. If we ask what's driving the boat forward, the answer is the present moment energy generated by the engine. This now makes the boat move forward. And we can all agree that the wake is only the trail left behind. It's not what drives the boat forward. And we can apply this idea to our lives. The wake of our lives is nothing more than the trail left behind us. It's impossible for that wake to move us forward. It is in no logical way responsible for what we are experiencing or failing to experience today. The wake is just what it is, a trail left behind. But have we truly left it behind? How often have we, or someone around us, it's so much easier to see this behavior in someone else out there, okay? How often have we hung on to past pains, abuses, or shortcomings as excuses or a door to open the space to poor me? And the list is long. I was abandoned. My parents divorced, or my parents should have divorced. I was abused. I'm a survivor of fill in the blank. Our past, whatever it is over. If we brood on it, we're not only immobilized today, but we prevent ourselves from healing and moving forward. By referring to past struggles and using them as reasons for not getting on with our lives today, we're doing the equivalent of attributing the wake the ability to drive the boat. And this also works sort of in reverse. Many people refer to the good old days that are gone forever, and that's the reason why they can't be happy and fulfilled today. Everything has changed. No one respects others as they used to. $1 used to be worth $1. When we were kids, whatever it is, things were better in the past. And this too is living in the wake and assigning responsibility to the past as to why we can't be successful, happy, healthy, or heart-filled today. When we look at our past and experiences that fill us with regret or sadness, we can remind ourselves that we live in a universe that is an intelligent system with a divine creative force supporting us, and there are no accidents. As tough as it may be to acknowledge, we had to go through whatever we did to get where we are today. And the fact that we are here right now tells us we survived. Every spiritual advance that we make in our lives is very likely preceded by some kind of a fall or seeming disaster. The dark times, the accidents, the tough episodes, the illnesses, the things that bring us heartaches happened not because they did, but because they did, we look for a purpose, a learning. We ask why, and there is spiritual growth. And then a heart healing when we see that, yes, we have come through them. We have survived. The sun came up. When we can accept those past experiences, honor them, and then retire them, perhaps with a new job description, label them something different other than just horrible and bad. They were what they were, and they were a transforming experience, then we can transform. And we can take the steps needed to heal our hearts based on that new description of what's in the past. And then we can free ourselves of the past and become immersed in this moment, the now. And the now is called the present, because it is a present to open and relish and enjoy and explore what's up for today. That old, what's the haps? What's going on today? And there's an irony to the habit of having our minds drift off to the past or the future, because our mind can only drift off in the now, because now is all we ever get. So let's not use up now by living only in the past or the possible future, the daydreams. Let's ask instead, what is in my now? What's enjoyable now? What am I thankful for now? What's beautiful to look at? Isn't that the most gorgeous arrangement? What's beautiful to listen to? Our musicians. And what's good today to taste? Think potluck, okay? And all of this is now. Think on this. God is not doing anything differently 1 hour from now than God is doing now. And God is not doing anything differently now than what God was doing 1,000 years ago. And we can only come to know God if we're willing to be at peace and accept the present in the present moment. So let's relax and let go of the past. Let's let go of the future. Let's spend some now time with God and feel that peace as we feel our hearts healing. Embrace all those past experiences, bless them, and let them go. And be ready to move on, to move forward, driving your life like that speedboat from the current energy, which is God as your life right now. And then bless your healing heart. The second idea to consider today on our pathway to healing our hearts is treat yourself as if you already are what you'd like to be. Now, this follows closely on letting go of our past, because that will lock us into something we don't want to be. So let that go. Let go any personal requirements also, any unrealistic standards we may have put on ourselves. I have to be perfect or else. Come on. Whether we accepted that from somebody else or we put it on ourselves, we can let go of those ideas in the past, those false standards, other people's guidelines. How often have we accepted other people's guidelines? And perhaps with a relaxing visualization of things sailing or floating away. And maybe let's go back to that speedboat and let's think about chucking things overboard, okay? You got this picture? It's a skinny little speeding speedboat. It's red, okay? And it's going across that reservoir and you're going, I don't need this, and I don't need that. And there goes this gripe, and there goes this complaint, and there goes this bad memory, and there goes this ache and this pain, and oh boy, does that feel good? Feels good to me. I don't know about you, but I can throw out a whole lot of stuff and just feel released. And then we can spend a few moments relaxing and say, okay, that's gone now. What do I want to be? Right now, or soon, take a few minutes this afternoon. Fix yourself a cup of coffee or tea, put your feet up and think about, what do I want to be? And then relax into that vision and feel that it's here now. And whatever you envision for yourself, no matter how lofty or seemingly impossible it may seem to be right at this moment, begin to act as if what you would like to become is already your reality. Is it confident? Is it peaceful? Is it being a leader? Is it taking charge, even if it's just your life that you're taking charge of? You are the captain of that speedboat. Where do you want to aim it? This is a wonderful way to set into motion the forces that will collaborate with you to make your dreams come true. To activate the creative forces that lie dormant in your life, you must go to the unseen world, the world beyond your form. Here is what doesn't exist yet for you in the world of form will be created. We might think of it this way. In form, we receive information. In spirit, we receive inspiration. It's this world of inspiration that guides us to access anything that we would like to have or be in our lives. We can remind ourselves that the word inspire originates from the words in and spirit, and that inspiration involves a mind that transcends all limitation thoughts, a mind that breaks out of their bonds, and a consciousness that expands in every direction. We let ourselves feel that freedom and energy breaking out of any limitations, and let our thoughts soar out to what we'd like to become. It could be a profession or a talent, an artist, musician, dentist, gardener. It could be development of a hobby to a higher level. Become an expert in bird watching or cooking. We might want to think in terms of personal development and know that we are peaceful, friendly, confident, compassionate, efficient. In our thoughts, we begin to picture ourselves as having whatever skills or personal development is required. We feel that until we have no doubts. We only know that we are that. Then we begin acting as if these goals and development are already in our reality. As an artist, we allow ourselves to draw, visit art museums, immerse ourselves in the art world. As a gourmet cook, we study recipes, watch cooking lessons on TV, buy ingredients, and cook. Do it. If it's confidence we want, stand up straight, walk in a confident manner, look people in the eye, and speak confidently. In other words, we begin to act as if we are that, whatever the goal, right now. The more we see ourselves as how we'd like to become, the more inspired we are. Dormant forces come alive, and we discover, we're greater than we ever dreamed ourselves to be. And when we have the courage to declare ourselves as being where and what we want to be, we almost force ourselves to act in a new, exciting, and spiritual fashion. We can apply this principle to all areas. Visualize an item you want. A gorgeous garden, no weeds. Oh, I'd love that. And act as if you already have it. Do you want improved health? Visualize those accomplishments and start acting healthy and treating yourself as if you're healthy now. See that new, strong, and beautiful self with all your heart. Feel your heart, physical and spiritual. They work together, healing and strengthening as you treat yourself as if you are healed right now. There may be times when this seems silly to you, when you become inspired later and then start acting as if, and what happens is you activate those dormant forces that collaborate with you to make this a reality. Treating ourselves in the manner described here can become an habitual way of life. And this doesn't involve deception, arrogance, or hurting anyone. This is a silent agreement between us and God, in which we discreetly work in harmony with the forces of the universe to make our dreams, our goals, and our healings a reality. This involves a knowing on our part that success, inner peace, and a healed heart are our birthright. We are all a child of God, as such, entitled to a life of joy, love, health, and happiness. We build the end goal vision, and we hold it up in the same way that we might hold a thought of how we're going to relax at the end of the day, or how we're going to relax at the end of a work week. We hold up that thought, and then we just do it, as Nike said. And you know, Nike wasn't original. I was raised with that just do it. But it was more along the lines of, I don't care if you feel like doing it or not, do it, you know. So hold the end vision, that accomplishment or that personal development, whatever you're working on, and then treat ourselves and others around us as if we are all capable of becoming that vision. If you're working on something like becoming more peaceful, see others around you as being more peaceful. Share your goal. And you don't have to say anything about it. Just feel like I'm becoming more peaceful, and so are the people around me. And when it comes to looking at the people around us and our relationships, we can ask ourselves, are we treating that person or that relationship as it is now, or as we would like it to be? If we want it to be more harmonious, more respectful, more loving, act as if it is now. This strategy for living works for virtually everything. Do you have a project you want to tackle? See it done. You want a clean garage? Close your eyes, stand in front of the garage, the door goes up, zip, and it's all clean. Start with that vision and then start acting as if, well, if my garage was clean, I would do this and that, do it. Treat yourself as being capable and efficient. Think of yourself as the way you want to be. Talk about yourself as the way you want to be. Healing a broken heart, visualize it done. And then release that experience, release the past. And when your heart is, when you can really feel it whole, healed, and energetic, it will be both physical and spiritual. And since all is guided by spirit, there's less of a gap. The more you work on act as if, the less of a gap there is between your thoughts and your goals and seeing the end result right there in front of you. It becomes one. And as you place more and more of your energy on what you intend to manifest, you start seeing those intentions materialize. You'll think of steps you need to take to work toward an accomplishment or a healing, and a person, a book, some information will suddenly, mysteriously appear in your life. And these events are the synchronicity of the universe working with you and supporting you and your highly energized thoughts. This process of treating yourself as if begins with your thoughts, impacts your emotional state, and finally stirs you to action. Thoughts, feelings, actions. And they all act affirmatively when you stay inspired and get out in front of yourself in ways that are consistent with your goals. Declare yourself to be a genius, an expert, in abundance, strong, healthy, and treat yourself and everyone you encounter with the same intentions. Celebrate in yourself and others your finest qualities, and see how you, your life, and the people around you and your heart all respond to your highest expectations. And then enjoy seeing all the rightness of your thoughts and goals manifest everywhere you go. The third idea to consider today to healing your heart is to treasure your divinity. You are a divine creation of God. You can never be separate from that which created you of itself. We can think of a drop of water from the ocean that's separated from its source. It flew up there. And that droplet will eventually evaporate and then return to its source. But while it's in its liquid form and it's disconnected, flew up on the pier or whatever, it loses the power of its source. We, however, are never separated. We're never without that source to support and sustain us. Knowledge of this oneness is the secret to treasuring our divinity, something we can be grateful for, and gratitude is a wonderful aid for healing our hearts. If we think and feel disconnected from God, we lose the power of our source, which is the unlimited power to create, to be miraculous, to experience the joy of being alive. The disconnected droplet symbolizes our ego, an idea that we carry with us. And this idea is a false one. That idea of ego tells us that we are the sum total of what we have, what we do, and who we are. We're our stuff, or we're the product of our work. Ego insists that we're a separate being and that our personalities and bodies are our very essence, and we're in competition with every other ego to get our share of a limited and finite pie. So ego tells us to be wary of others who also want what they feel they're entitled to. And consequently, ego leads us to believe that there are enemies to be wary of and separate from, and we must not cooperate with them for fear of being cheated. Imagine what this does to our hearts. And remember, Reverend Paul used to tell us that ego, E-G-O, is that an acronym for easing God out. And doesn't that make a lot of sense when we look at this process? When ego tells us we're separate from all the things we want, we have to spend a great deal of energy chasing after what's missing. Ego keeps us in a constant state of fear, worry, anxiety, and stress, all based on separation and a drive for us to be good enough to get God's attention and favor. So what can we do? Stop. Stop. Remind ourselves that there is no spot where God is not. Every single day, we are one. We can think of God as a presence and energy, sleeping in the minerals, resting in vegetation, walking in animals, and thinking in us. This presence in and as us allows thoughts to cross our minds and then grow in our bodies and heal our heartbreaks. This presence is everywhere and is us. So we are not separate. We are not missing out. We're already connected to all that we would like to attract into our lives through this universal, all-powerful spirit called God. We are a piece of God, an extension, a divine creation. We are a being of light who showed up here as human beings at the exact moment we were supposed to. And our bodies will depart at precisely the right moment also. But we're not the body that we see, nor are we its possessions, personality, or accomplishments. We are the beloved, a miracle, a part and portion of the eternal perfection. We are a piece of divine intelligence that supports everything and everyone on this planet. In the world in which this divine intelligence creates everything, there can be no accidents. Every time we experience fears, self-rejection, anxiety, guilt, or hate, we are denying our divinity. And we are succumbing to the influence of our insidious ego mind that has lied to us about our disconnection. I just flat tell it to shut up. You pick your own way of telling it to back off. Think of how that separation adds to our heartbreak. What is sadder than feeling separate? Years ago, the author U.S. Anderson wrote an inspiring little book called 3 Magic Words. Mr. Anderson wrote about the ability to become a miracle worker and to live up to the ideal of that promise made by Jesus Christ. Even the least among you can do all that I have done and even greater things. And the author doesn't reveal what the 3 magic words are until the end of the book, when the reader discovers that the words are, you are God. Not God in the sense of above all others or better than anyone else, but in the sense of being eternally connected to your source. The ever-present power of love never leaves you, never abandons you. I'm going to repeat that because I think half of you are thinking about the potluck today. The ever-present power of God and love never, ever leaves you. You're never left behind. You can rely on this source if you remind yourself that this includes you at all times, even when you're going through the challenges, and it's a wonderful way to heal your heart and soul. No matter what's going on, I am one with God. Right here, right now, God is here. And with this knowledge and the awareness of the oneness, you are whole and totally free to enjoy your healed heart. Have a good week.
Thank you, Nancy. Amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make, the reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing. people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes the deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Thank you. Perfect, as usual. And now let's take in our hands our offering, or grab somebody near you, something wonderful. And let's say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you.
And we're singing What Is Mine to Give, if you'd like to join us. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you.
That all that we share charges our life, our heart, our live in abundance all the time. Open ourselves all the good life as we thank.
And so it is. So we're going to close the service with the peace song, followed by the prayer for protection. Okay. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.
we go forth knowing that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, God, and have a marvelous week, and see you at the potluck.